Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to elenasbarre. How is everyone doing today? Good.
Great.
Good to see you, Nick, because last week you were not here with us. Yeah, guys, today we have a fun topic. That's going probably to frustrate quite a few people in the red pill community. And yeah, we are going to talk about the hypergamy insurance, which includes money, muscles, and game.
Can you guys tell that she's been looking forward to this one?
Well,
What is hypergamy insurance?
well, you tell me, because you suggested this topic, Nick.
Well, it's a combination of two words, hypergamy and
Uh-huh.
insurance. And insurance is something you pay into to collect if something goes wrong, or it's the idea that you're protected no matter what. It's the idea of some sort of protection, something. But hypergamy is the sexual strategy of women. Generally, they try to date the best they possibly can to fit their sexual and provider needs.
Well,
Okay.
and I want to point something out about hypergamy. Hypergamy itself is not a problem. It is a valid and good strategy for women from a biological standpoint, and even in the modern day, to find and acquire the very best man that they can.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is.
Yeah, that's where the problem is. Best man that's out there in the entire world, which is how it's perceived now, or the best man available in the near proximity to you. Or
By near proximity, you mean the internet and the global sexual?
No.
Okay.
The best man that you know that lives within 5 to 30 miles of you.
Okay.
Horse riding distance.
Okay.
Pretty much. That's how it always worked.
Yeah.
Historically.
Yeah, but does it apply now? Like, women can go on internet, upload their pictures of their pretties, and then get pretty much any man that they want from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. Because you can see a picture of a man. Oh, he looks nice. Oh, he has a good resume. Oh, he's successful. So what? There's this thing called chemistry between people. It's how they interact. Okay. And the wit and, how they smell. How they carry themselves. How they interact with others. You can't see any of that on the internet. So that makes the whole thing basically a farce when you're doing these dating sites. It's a crapshoot. You're not getting the best man because you're only looking at a picture. I mean,
the picture
just like
shows
cars.
So
you can buy a.
Steve, if he has a Lamborghini and a fancy lifestyle, it shows so much to women.
Yeah, he could be renting a car.
But hey,
that is a
Plutarch,
thing.
You know a little bit about cars. Aren't there some great looking cars that are pieces of crap? Either they don't perform or they're just a maintenance nightmare. But damn, that looks fine.
Yeah, the aforementioned Lamborghini. Look, those cars are famous for spending, like, the guys who own them will tell you, oh yeah, that car, it spends all week in the shop so I can drive it on Sunday. And then back to the shop.
Do you think women care about that?
Oh, no, that's not the point.
Okay.
Women are looking at the surface.
Yes.
There is silly and irrational about, oh, that's a surface. Beautiful thing. Beautiful man. I want him. Just like the man who looks at the surface and the curves of this Lamborghini and buys that for a lot of money. And then the thing just costs him even more money to maintain, doesn't perform, or always breaks down. It was just a bad idea. It wasn't the best car.
As White Claws,
but a woman can be. the wrong woman could be a worse idea than a Lamborghini.
That's true. As White Claw says, bring out the Bugatti. And look, a Veyron or a Chiron, they are gorgeous cars. They really are. And they are immaculately built. Right? Like they are they're wonderful cars. They read about the Veyron's transmission sometimes. Like these things are custom built. They're hand built. Like, like you're going to, if you buy one of these things, you know that you are going to spend a metric shit ton of money on them. And look, for some guys, that's fine. There are people, I mean, here's the thing, we're laughing and joking about how much time a Lamborghini or a Bugatti spends in the shop. But there's guys out there who can afford that. And they're okay with that. And to which I have to say, look, if you want to buy a Lamborghini and you can afford it, knock yourself out.
There's another analogy which should apply, maybe women can relate to. It's just out there now. It's the Hermès bag. What do you call it? Revelation. Women would spend just thousands of dollars on an Hermès purse, Hermes, but I think it's Hermès. And they found out it's coming out now, and they were made in China.
Oh, geez.
Made very well, but 95 to 90%, 8% of the bag was made in China. Then it was shipped back to France, and in France they put in a zipper or put on the label or something like that, and then stamped it made in France. And some of these sell for $20,000 and up. Some are in, probably below 10. But this bag, you can buy the same bag from China if you have the connections or know where to go for about $1,000. And they are very good bags. I mean, the leather quality is good. The craftsmanship is great. Some great stuff does come out of China. But then it wouldn't have the Hermès label. So you can buy the, authentic one. She thinks she's buying the best.
Yeah.
He's getting the same bag. You could go down to the local department store and probably pay $600 to $1,200. Okay, that's a very nice bag. Or you can get it at Hermès. Oh, the great one. You saw it online and you wanted that. And that's the only one for you because you deserve the best. Hey,
so
no better.
You can.
So you find the best man, or you find the local man. The best man you can see is no better than the local guy that you rejected.
Exactly.
Let's finance bro it better. Got to get more real estate, more assets, whatever, have all your money sunk into these things. Saying I make all this amount of sales, I have this McMansion, but and so a girl will see all that, but find out, yeah, he has all that stuff, but he has no substance.
Okay, Nick. Do women care if he has no substance?
No.
Okay, so what's the problem here?
You
I have a different answer.
You can sell anything.
Privately, they care. Publicly, they don't care. Because they just want that great-looking man because they're in competition with other women. Then they can show off other women the great man that they have and makes them feel good. And then when they come home, he's not paying attention to her feelings and he's not doing this and that. And that's why even great men that everybody, all the women would want, still get divorced, and the woman files for divorce from that great man. You heard of Tom Brady?
Well, Tom Brady just didn't hit the gym enough.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever seen a picture of the dude knows that ain't true.
Yep.
Oh, and how much was he worth by the time he retired? What, a 250 million? Or more maybe. I actually don't know what I don't know what he was worth.
But you
Mhm.
see, half that
Wait,
money
did
is
he not
hers.
have enough game?
Well, he probably actually didn't. I mean, he was pretty well known for being kind of a suck up.
Hmm.
Okay, so have we found his problem?
Maybe not enough
No,
money.
I don't think that's really his problem. I mean, he could fix that, but that's not really the problem.
Okay, so then we brought him up. So if game was a problem but not the problem, then why did she leave for a unknown, compared to her and him, poor? What was he? So some sort of gym instructor. He was like, I think he was,
Jiu-jitsu or taekwondo instructor, something like that.
yeah, he's some sort of martial arts instructor. So why did she leave for that guy? He's not as rich.
Pingles.
Okay, Steve, do you have a theory?
Yeah, it amounts to tingles, I guess. She just felt the urge, and she wasn't happy.
Mm.
Tom didn't do it for her any longer or something. She had to find herself, so she had to go on a journey.
Yeah, she had the goat and she wasn't happy.
So what you're saying is you can have somebody who is at the absolute top of their game. Is look, Tom Brady's going into the NFL Hall of Fame. There's no question about that. Okay. Rich beyond most men's wildest dreams, right? Okay. And yet somehow she still found cause to ditch the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys saying that maybe that there's that women have this pesky little thing called agency?
Yeah.
Nah, can't be.
Chief.
I should have fall off.
Doubtful is how we're going to classify that one. Major doubt.
So, if Lloyd's of London offered hypergamy insurance, what would the premiums be?
Well, actually, you can do this. Now that you've got me thinking about it, Steve, you can actually calculate. I mean, what is an insurer? They're an actuarial, right? Their job is to figure out the probability of something occurring. And we in the Red Pill have constantly been talking about the data on divorce, because divorce is kind of like the dividing line where you can say, the marriage failed. So, well, we know from James Sexton that the divorce rate of first marriages is 56%. The divorce rate of second marriages is 64%. And the divorce rate of third marriages is 72%. So Lloyd's of London can look at that and say, okay, these are the percentage odds if you buy our insurance that you will get divorced. And what would be the payout? Well, actually, that is also pretty easy to calculate. What is the cost to the man of the divorce? In the case of Tom Brady, it would be, well, in his particular case, because she's at least as rich as he is, it might be nothing. But for most men, that is half of her, half of his things, and she gets half of it. And she gets ongoing costs Insurance can calculate that too. You know, what will be the ongoing cost over the course of the divorce. So, my God, would it be expensive?
It would
And
be
loss of
expensive
access
and-
to his children is an intangible that you just have to assign a value to.
Yeah.
And they would, like,
Right.
And then also keep in mind that 70% of divorces are initiated by women. So even if men pay for this insurance, I don't think the insurance company will survive, honestly.
So
Judging based on how
I
many
figure
divorces are.
in round terms, my first divorce in what I lost, upside, the cost, mental, everything in there. It's okay, $1 million. Sounds like a lot, but you add it up, you lose most of your retirement, and you spend 30, 40, $50,000 on legal fees. That's capital out the window that it's gone now. So just figure $500,000 to $1 million. That would mean, and that's not even factoring in loss of children. So the company has to recover that plus a profit margin. So we'll just say $1 million cost me. So that would mean they would have to recover $1 million plus to cover that. But not everybody gets divorced. So that insurance would have cost me $500,000, and another guy who didn't get divorced, it would have cost him $500,000. So I can be paid out my $1 million. So I would have spent $500,000 to protect against $1 million loss. So yeah, come up just a little bit ahead, $500,000. That's, but these are the numbers we're talking about. Hypergamy insurance. Oh, wait. Did I have money? Well, I had enough, but I was out of a job at the time. Did I have muscles? No. Did I have game? No. Okay, well, if I'd have had those things, she wouldn't have divorced me, right?
There's no guarantee.
If you had, ideally, so if you had all of these three things, money, muscles, game, you wouldn't need the insurance, right? Because she would stay with you. I mean, what would be the purpose? Isn't it what?
That is the narrative that
Yeah.
is being promoted by the red pill.
and okay, I want to point something out. That narrative is not native to the red pill. That narrative is imported from somewhere else, particularly the tradcons. The tradcons need this narrative because, and we've talked about this before, the tradcons have a woman problem. Specifically, they have too many women in their churches and not enough men to marry those women.
Mm-hmm.
So the tradcons need a system. We'll call it a system. They need a system that they can sell men to say, if you do these things, then she won't leave. So you can also see this in people like Tim Gordon. They say, oh, just pray with her more and she'll stick around. He's actually said this publicly. All you got to do to keep your Christian woman around, pray with her twice a day.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Just perform harder
Mm-hmm.
and she'll stick around. Well, the problem is Tom Brady presents the perfect example of why that is never going to be enough. Tom Brady could not have performed harder. There's no one in his field that could perform harder than he did. And certainly no one did while he was doing it. He was called the greatest of all time for a reason. Okay. And here he is getting dragged through divorce court all the same. Because it doesn't matter how hard you perform. It doesn't matter. But the tradcons need it to matter because they need to be able to go to men and say, hey, look, we have an answer. You can get married and you will be saved from divorce court.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to, be fit, not fat,
No, we're not saying
pray,
that.
be successful in a business. Hey, even a dirty mechanic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's not a bad thing.
You
But
see all
it's
these
not a-
articles about Gen Z going into the trades. It's not a bad thing.
Right. But it's
But
no
it's
guarantee.
it's the fallacy that if a man does the man things well enough, that she'll just stay. Basically, it's removal of her agency. The woman is not a factor in the equation if the man has money, muscles, and game and prays with her. Therefore, you just apply that formula and she'll just magically stay.
But watch this, Steve. If she has no agency, then we can't hold her accountable for her own actions.
Well, if you're a tradcon, that's the point.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Look at how they talk. Well, but look at how they talk about it. Like going back to the Tim Gordon example, all you have to do to get her to stay is to pray twice a day with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where is the woman's agency in that? He doesn't want to talk about the agency. In that tradcon narrative, her actions are simply reactive to what the man does. She has no ability to say, you know what, I want new dick. I'm out. Because because look at how he talks about it so a guy would say this. So this guy says, well, look, she can choose to leave anyway. He'd say, and then he says, what that means is you didn't pray hard enough or sincerely enough. You didn't give her enough. I'm trying to think of something he actually said, but
you didn't
go ahead.
Love her as Christ loved the church.
Yeah. You didn't love her like Christ loved the church. Note how the solution is always on the man.
Yeah.
If you have somebody saying that the solution to your problems is you, then they are selling this narrative.
So, are you saying that these tradcon men who are promoting this are not loving and caring? Because, after all, when you come to them and say, my wife divorced me, they're very willing to tell you what you did wrong to cause that to happen.
Don't I know it? God, don't I know that? Hey, Nick, was that your experience too? Sorry.
A lot of them. Yeah, a lot of the church, that's what they did. Well, you must have not loved her enough. You didn't sacrifice enough. You did this. You did that. You're in sin.
Right. It's almost like there's assumption that if she left, it's because you sinned somewhere. And you know what? I'm a human. Nick, what does that mean that I did at some point if I'm a human?
Well, you've sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Yep. Yep.
But what does that mean about her?
Oh no, they're perfect little angels, right?
She's goddess. She can't sin, guys. Did you forget that? Important
No,
narrative?
girls don't fart.
Exactly. She can do no wrong. Exactly. She can do no wrong. She's perfect. She's goddess. She determines the sincerity of your praise and everything that you do.
Exactly. So what you have here is actually a very similar narrative to what the feminists say about men. The feminist is a mirror image of this. See, because the feminist will also say that women can do no wrong and that men do everything wrong. They say the same thing.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Now, you know, the feminist men out there will say the same thing. Oh yeah, you know, men are men. I mean, hell, where do we get man bad narrative from? And so, you know, when the tradcons talk about, you know, hypergamy insurance, they don't call it that because they're not dumb, but that is what they're selling. Okay. The tradcons sell the church as hypergamy insurance. That's literally what Tim Gordon was doing. Okay. He's literally trying to say, if you get on your knees and pray twice a day, she will never leave you. That's hypergamy insurance. Okay. When you say that,
That
what you're
sounds
saying,
like Joel Osteen. Hey, you just have to have this positivity mindset, and all will fall into a F out of here with that crap.
yeah,
Oh, you mean Nikki doesn't work?
it's probably actually
There goes my
sinful.
connection.
Oh.
Oh, we can still hear you. But it's probably actually sinful to say that. To say that it's all
I'm
on.
gonna stop my
that it's-
camera. It's spazzing out.
Yeah, okay.
So this this word mindset, you need the right masculine mindset, hypergamy insurance, money, muscles, and game. Mindset it's magical. And in the same way, on the women's side, if she wants more, all she has to do is manifest. She can use manifesting magic, and he can use mindset magic.
Yeah.
Should we have titled this episode "Magical Thinking"? Because that's look. We have literally spent the past half an hour talking about all the various ways that people are pushing magical thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, $5. I'll send you a prayer cloth, guys. Only $5. A prayer cloth. And when you
Get it
use
now,
that, you know, God may grant you your wishes or your prayers. Okay, yes, I'm joking, but you see that stuff on the TV shows.
Yes.
You just didn't go to the latest Benny Hinn revival to get slain in the spirit.
So,
well, I just have a question for you, Nick. Does this prayer cloth have any uses in the bedroom? So that's where I want some magic to happen.
No. For $5 more a month.
You need to pay more, Steve, if you want that kind of magic in the bedroom. Buy that book, you know, that special book that will teach you how to get that magic to happen.
hey, the Bible is a magic book with full of incantations and things you can say to make your woman swoon, isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh.
Well, I mean, my point here, Nick, I agree with you, but my point is many churches have commodified the Bible like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So can if the Bible itself can be commodified.
Well, we gotta have we have to have a Pope blessed a relic for sexual arousal.
Are you picking on Steve?
Yes. I wonder if that
Yeah,
exists.
well, no, come on. The Catholic Church only has those kind of medallions for promotion of chastity. And you
Also,
can
if you
define
take it
that
off,
however you
it'll
want.
help.
Well, for purity.
But so if you take it off, it'll help, right?
I don't know. There could be some after effects. Those are called sacramentals. They bring grace to you. Well, and you might need a little bit of devotion too. But they don't have an arousal sacramental that I know of.
Man, they're missing out on some money.
I think so. Yeah.
I was going to say, this actually sounds like a fantastic business plan. Now, guys, yes, we are joking and making fun of the church a little bit here, but it is to prove a point. And that point is that it is beneficial to organizations, people, to sell you something where they can always claim that it's your fault if the thing that they're selling you fails. By the way, we have a term for this. It's kind of an old term. Steve, you might enjoy this. Snake oil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You're selling snake oil because if when the snake oil didn't work, they could always say, well, you didn't use enough. And that would be to their benefit. Why? Because they could sell you even more snake oil. These grifts were incredibly popular in the 1910s and the 1920s. And they were incredibly popular before that. They
Well,
kind of fell out of the
popular
wayside
now.
well, these things come and go.
Mhm.
And there's reasons why they come and go. And there's probably a whole stream in there on that because
there's another word for that. They tried to legitimize snake oil. They called it patent medicine. So what's the church trying to do? They try and make it special. They try to patent it. We have the answer. Pray more.
Mhm.
Pray with her. So that's kind of moving
That's
it
normal
from
water. Our water's holy.
You're right. It's trying to purify or legitimize the snake oil into a patented, proven, documented answer.
Exactly.
My water has electrolytes.
Brondo. Okay, so I mean, we have reduced this entire TradCon narrative to idiocracy. Brondo. Our holy water has electrolytes. There you go. We now have the solution for all your marriage woes. Brondo.
So the
Got what the plants crave.
the faction of the red pill that's promoting hypergamy insurance. It's like the church has Coke, they have Pepsi.
Both will kill you. No, they will. You drink enough Pepsi, you drink that much sugar, it'll kill you. Heart disease. You drink that much Coke, that much sugar, it'll kill you. Heart disease.
But what if you do it the right way? Like, maybe there is the right way to do it.
It's fucking sugar. There is no right way to do it. Is the right way to do it?
Small doses delay the inevitable.
The right way to do it is to not do it. It's to eat protein.
Yeah,
and here's the thing. If you spend any amount of time in the gym, you know that's true.
So, but don't they need to like monetize and keep you endlessly on for a time? to keep making money off of you?
The church certainly does.
Hmm.
Would we like to discuss this, the church's rapidly falling budgets? I was talking to a friend of mine offline, not in the red pill, and we were talking about his church that's slowly dying because of a lack of income. I'm not going to name any names
I
here.
thought that women were paying for church. No, women are bringing the donations to church. No.
They are, but this loops back to where we started. If the men don't show up, what use do the women have for the church? We've said this before. The church has a woman problem.
It's even more basic than that. On a simple economic basis, labor is the source of all wealth.
Correct.
And it's men's labor. Men earn the money. That's the source. That's the source that accumulates it or earns it or builds it. Women write out the check to the church, but he is still the source. Yeah, they can divorce him. They can get child support and alimony. And yeah, he's still the source. And she can write out the check. And yep, it can look like the money's coming from her. But once you remove the men from the equation, like they're not getting married anymore.
I see.
All of a sudden, the women don't have the money, and the church doesn't matter how much the women want to give money to the church. They just don't have the money to give.
Have the money, so they have to go somewhere where they can get the money. So they go on OnlyFans. Because then they can become the source of that independence.
Yeah, but they're not. I don't think only fools are all that supportive of churches.
Oh, it's not, but it's the only.
But Steve, the church supports the only fools.
Exactly.
Yeah, but once they find Jesus, they're not going to give Jesus the money that they earned. Women are very generous giving money that the husband earned, but money that they earned, no, that's a different story.
Yeah, women are not buying.
Well, how many times have we heard a woman say, "Well, that's my money," in a marriage? Right? Okay, that's it. The woman will.
But they get really upset when the husband says it's my money. Oh, they throw up.
Well, because what's yours, it's mine, you know, so that you know, right? And what's mine is mine, obviously, right?
Yeah, it's what's hers is hers. What's ours is hers, and what's yours is ours. From a woman's standpoint.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.